We're running another piece on Jefferson Davis, and it made me wonder, how's his son Miles doing?
Not good. I've been there. The loss is all you can think about.
He needs something to do outside of school. Maybe a part-time job?
That's not a bad idea. But it has to be the right job. Something that makes him feel useful, like what he's doing matters.
Kind of think you just described Feast.
MJ, that's perfect. I'll talk to May about it.
That's what I'm here for.
Just got a tip on a bomb threat. Incident is active near Ansonia.
The fuck? Alright, can you hear me now? Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. I'm not doing that right now. Because technically, yeah, I can't really hear anything on my side. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to change. But it's all good for now. I'm just gonna do this for about an hour. Hello? What is going on? Oh shit. You've never seen a person swing so fast? Man, I can't even play this game the same, bro. Like, I just want to get to the objectives and get done. Honestly, I don't know why, but none of the other trophies for the DLCs passed over for this, so that's probably the only reason that I'm redoing this. Otherwise, I have everything else. Yeah, there's really no other reason for me to do this except for getting the DLCs done.
Take these guys out, then have a look around.
But how's your guys' night going, or morning? What? Venom what? Has taken it too far? What? Who? Support. What the heck? Okay. I am not sure what's going on there, but you work yourself out. I wasn't really paying attention. Was I supposed to do this stealthily, or does it matter? I don't think it does, so. Yeah, I have no clue what's... Hold on. Why is it making me do this? Okay, well, I don't know what's going on there, but whatever. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about either, though, but it is what it is. I don't have any moderators right now, and I don't plan to. I don't really stream that much, but comments are always weird. Even in my normal videos, there's a weird comment sometimes.
Security lock. Use these on banks, not recycling centers. Maybe if I can find where it gets its power from. Looks like I could override the circuit. And my electric webs.
I just shot it.
Did something. Looks like the circuits need a little more juice.
Oh, okay.
There. Looks like the circuit's still stable. Maybe there's another junction box close by.
There we go.
Gotcha. That's it.
Excuse me. All right. Kyrie Johnson, I'm not sure what's going on there. I have no idea what's going on there at all. If you don't see your comment pop up, by the way, that's just because I have certain words blocked out, so that's just how it is. To prevent certain things from happening here on the channel.
Recycle this stuff into some weapons of my own. These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait, these are Osborn campaign offices. All the patent explosives from Fisk's construction site. Guns from Fisk's armory. Truck bombs. This is crazy.
Listen, guys, let's be real. Spider-Man Remastered is a good game, but at the end of the day, you're gonna play Miles Morales. Let's just be real. Like, everything about this game is still really good, but the swinging compared to Miles Morales is just a little stale. The only thing I find this really good for right now is for photo mode. That's about it. Yeah, the tricks. He's a YouTuber who goes by We Are Awesome Venom and acts like he has a Venom symbiote, and he has 581 subs. I need more to compete against him. I know I should. I mean, if you're gonna make a YouTube channel, don't make it to compete against people. That's like the last thing you want to do. It took me a while to get where I'm at, and even now, like, I still have goals for this channel, but if you make it about competing with other people, you're just gonna get yourself in a shitstorm. I'm just gonna say that. I've seen it happen with the anime gaming community, and trust me, you don't want to be there. You're just gonna start getting into a whole bunch of arguments with a whole bunch of people who you don't even know, don't even care for. It gets stupid. At the end of the day, you just gotta focus on you. Do you. Get your goals right, and you'll be good.
Consolidated shipping. Guys, I should try to do this quietly, but also with style.
Yeah, for the next game, I hope he has, like, how do I say it? So I'm confident that they're gonna do that Web of Shadows thing. Like, they definitely hear people asking for that. So if they do that and they make a, like, Venom, I mean the symbiote version where he has a whole bunch of different traversals, I would hope that the Venom symbiote actually has different tricks. So, like, not like a little more aggressive tricks, I guess you could say, rather than, you know, doing backflips and twirls and shit like that. I'd actually want to see him be doing, like, I don't know, some crazy shit, you know, using tendrils for his tricks and stuff like that, or even part of the traversal overall. I just want him to be very different than what we currently have right now. But I'm very curious to see how they'll spice it up for Peter, because, like I said, what they did with Miles is very much just a teaser of what's coming. Oh shit. And I'm very curious to see how they handle it, you know. Besides the whole face issue, I think that after that, you know, once we get the next game, everybody will kind of just let it go. Like, oh, what's going on here? I have a YouTube channel. Before this, I will be attacked soon, and he will upload a video trying to target me. Don't even worry about that, bro. Trust me. Like,
He's not out here.
don't let people hold any type of, you know, chain on you. Like, you're good.
Bases all around the city. What else can I find around here?
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna do this really quick. How do I... Let me try something. Well, there's a whole bunch of Kyrie Johnsons out here. You put your channel in the chat.
Invoice from an auto shop. Invoice rides.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to see that, to see what happened in Symkaria, to be honest. I mean, I doubt Silver Sable would be coming back to New York anytime soon, but it'd be nice just to see what went on over there. Even though he said he didn't have to actually, like, suit up, it'd be cool. Excuse me. This is the only type of enemy type that I actually hate playing against in this game. Like, it doesn't bother me that they take 2 freaking bars to use a takedown, but, like, that shit right there just bothers me. Especially when you're facing, like, a horde of people, and you got this dude over here grabbing you randomly. But, we're just gonna do this. And that's also kind of another thing with this game is it's very easy to just dominate everybody with gadgets once you have them all.
I'll check it out and get back to you.
Yep. But honestly, I thought Mr. Negative's guys are Venom's henchmen. Yeah. Mr. Negative's henchmen are pretty interesting. It's interesting that they keep the power given to him. I thought it would be like more limited, but he has to actually go take the power back, and it seems like it kills him, so that kind of sucks. Alright, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but like the graphics here, like the detail you can see is just really good. On my end, it looks like super detailed. Like movie, almost like a movie. That's how good it is. Oh yeah, yeah, the jetpack dudes with the Silver Sable tech, those dudes are hecka annoying too. Jesus. Oh, this is my first time seeing Silver Sable too in the PS5 version. Let me see. Yeah, she looks kind of the same, but I mean, just a little clearer, I guess. I definitely liked how they did the hair rendering. It just makes it look more realistic. Like, you actually see the hair moving. I was playing Miles earlier, and you can see his, like, the curls in his hair actually moving with the wind too. Like, for such short hair for a fade like that, that's crazy. Miles getting consumed by Venom. Interesting. That kind of reminds me of when he fought, I guess, a version of Venom back in the Ultimate Comics. That'd be interesting. I mean, I think Miles would be the easiest way for Peter to get the symbiote off of him, so that'd probably be an interesting boss fight. You playing as Peter, having to fight Miles.
It's okay. We're still best buds.
We're not best buds.
Well, that took a dark turn.
But
Anyway,
that honestly would be pretty interesting, because Miles with the bioelectricity easily could kind of just get it off of him, but you know, Peter with has the edge with, you know, the experience and just knowing how to play it smooth, play it cool, a lot better, be a little bit more agile. But I just hope that there's not a big time gap once we get to the next game, because that year, they said it's a year time skip or time gap after the events of the DLC for this game. But I'm trying to figure out, when did they have that little Oscorp Science Center? Like, was this... It's not in this game, is it? I might have to go watch it again to pay attention, but I don't remember ever seeing that Oscorp Science Center in this game. Yeah, I would be surprised if she's actually still here. Wait, am I even in the right place? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, okay. I hope the next game isn't over $50. It's gonna be like $60 or $70, bro. Miles was $50, I think, because it's shorter, and that's pretty much it. But everything else after that is just gonna be $50 to $70. Like, there's not gonna be any exceptions. Gonna be $50 to $70. Like, there's not gonna be. I had to see if that was working. I think my mic audio is pretty loud. Let me see if I can turn it down. Hopefully that helped. It was $50 on PS4 and PS5, but it was $70 or so if you wanted to get the remaster. That's the only reason why it costs $70. Because the remaster costs $20, which... honestly, I mean, I think it could have just been free, but it's whatever. At that point, if they were going to make it $20, they might as well have just thrown in the freaking 3 suits and said, okay, well, to make it more, you know, exclusive, you have to buy it for remaster. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, this mission. Alright. We go up here, even though they're right there, they technically would have heard that. Yeah, save your money. What is this? Oh. Right. I really like how they did Martin Lee in this game. That was very... they just did a good job. That's all I can say. It's a great game. But, man, it just feels like a hassle to kind of play this, though. Doesn't Peter and Miles... Yeah, they have super strength, but... they hardly really go the full mile. Like, if you want to see Peter use full strength, you should read... what's it called? Superior Spider-Man. No. Read Spider-Man 700. That is when Dr. Octopus and Peter swap bodies, and Dr. Octopus actually breaks Scorpion's jaw. And that actually was like, you could see how... what am I supposed to do? Oh, my bad. You can see how strong Peter is, and he basically has been holding back like a lot. My gosh. What is going on? Okay. There we go. Hold on, bro. It's been a while. And this here. No. There we go. The next Spider-Man game coming out in 2022 because Spider-Man PS4. I don't know. The pandemic really is taking a hit out, so it could be longer, to be honest. No, they didn't get bit by the same spider. Miles got bit by a different spider. In that universe, they were trying to replicate the same spider, I think, but it had different capabilities. The person that got bit by the same spider in the comic books was Cindy Moon, when they did the original Sin event. It was kind of stupid, but it is what it is. I don't like how they made, like, I'm fine with them making both characters get bit by the same spider, but for them to both like feel intense sexual emotion to each other whenever they're around each other just feels unnatural. Like, it feels weird, you know. It's kind of random and it's not necessary. Yeah, he got bit by a different spider. Honestly, Marvel superheroes, the Lego game, it's not bad. I think it's pretty interesting, but it felt like it went by really quick. They said that they didn't say yes and they didn't say no, so it's probable. What am I supposed to do here? Look at the picture. It's probable that he'll get a DLC, like maybe at least one, and it'll probably work similar to how the Rhino boss worked. It makes more sense, you know, something like a team up with Peter since he's back, but we'll have to see. Yeah, a lot of I think that was Dan Slott who wrote that, and it was very weird. A lot of different opinions from people, I can say that for sure. Where's the last one at? Am I tripping? Oh, I have to do it 3 times. Tripping. I'm tripping. Alright, let's just take a look. Like, yes, I'm sure, like, looking at this in game, it looks weird, right? Like, there's just some things about it that do look weird in game. In cutscenes, it looks fine. But right here, like, yes, I would say in the sequel, I would say in game, like, they got to make him look a little more like realistic. Like, he looks realistic, right? But he looks like he's just missing some structures in his jaw, and I don't know. It looks a little weird in game, but in cutscenes, different, and he looks better. Venom to be the main villain, but keep him as an anti-hero. I don't know how that would work. You know, I really want to see if they do Eddie Brock in this game. It'll be interesting to see, because there won't be as much of that, like, tension between him and Peter, since I don't really think that they know it. I mean, they might. I don't know. We'll have to see how they do it. The lizard is in the Miles game. What do you mean? You mean well, technically that's a spoiler, but I don't know if the chat, everybody in this chat probably has played the game for the most part, I hope. But yes, but I think they talked about in this game, they said that he got a cure or something like that, so he's just Dr. Connors right now, but I'm confident he might come back.
Well, what matters is we're both safe. The bombers are still out there. Who knows what they're doing next? You may have anything to worry about, as long as you stay away from places you're not supposed to. Well, I should go.
When will you be back?
When my work is done.
Yeah, they probably will, since he's taking pictures at the Bugle. It's just a matter of, like, what between him and Peter will have, like, that tension and aggression.
Wait!
The one thing I do like, the difference between this Martin Lee and the comic book, is that, like, even as himself, like, he knows what he's doing. In the comic books back then, I think they had him as, like, 2 split people. Like, he was, whenever he reverted to Martin Lee, he wouldn't really remember what Mr. Negative did, and he would wonder, like, what the fuck am I doing? So it was an interesting concept, but having him just straight out, like, be the same person and knowing what he's doing at the same time is actually interesting, because it's just like, well, He just doesn't care. Like there was literally no reason to murder all those people at City Hall, bro. He had no reason to do all that. He could have blew it up, but he didn't need to, you know, kill all those people. You know, he's about to kill some kids, and it's bad, bro. It's all bad. It had no remorse for it. That's the crazy part. Keep Harry as Venom. Well, see, I found it really interesting they chose to do Harry as Venom, considering that the Ultimate Spider-Man show decided to do that first, and it was a very weird thing to do, like very, very weird. But I've seen a lot of people argue over the fact of, is this symbiote gonna be artificial, or is it from, you know, outer space? There's a possibility that it could be artificial, which personally I'm totally fine with. And there's a possibility that, you know, they could have gotten it from a meteorite that sunk underwater, and from what we saw in Miles, they could have dug it up or something when they were using all that other tech that they displayed there. So who knows? But Harry as Venom, I don't know if I want him to stay as Venom the whole game. He definitely should stay as him for like a good portion of it, just to, you know, show that he's getting better, and like over time probably he doesn't really know what's going on with the symbiote. Like, obviously they're not going to call it a symbiote for a while until they really know what it is, but we'll have to see. I really want to see how they make freaking Otto Octavius bust out of jail, though. Bust out of the raft, because his body is pretty much failing him, so he's going to be like on life support or something, you know. We'll have to see how they do that. Oh my gosh. Peter, come on, bro. Oh yeah, this suit. Excuse me. Where'd I go? This suit definitely has a lot of detail to it. Like, PS4 version and PS5 versions of it, they just look so good, honestly. I just really can't see myself going around as this, and even in photo mode I would have a hard time messing with it, just because, for one, it doesn't adjust to any lighting, so it's kind of just there, so you kind of have to work around that. Two, I mean, it's cool. I like the concept of it. Reminds me of Power Rangers, but other than that, I don't think I could swing in it or use it in cutscenes. This one, it's whatever. It's not really my style, but I can see why some people might like it. Preferably, the only suits in this game that I've tended to use is so far this one, the Scarlet Spider, Kane, and Iron Spider Classic, and this one sometimes, and that's pretty much it. I just don't see myself using really anything else in here. Not because they're all bad, they're just, some of them are kind of weird. Spider-Verse game, I mean, we're kind of already getting it just with only 2 Spider-Man. I see a lot of people on Twitter ask for, what's it called? Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen, like, is cool and all, but let's not forget that Gwen Stacy is a character still. Like, not Spider-Gwen. I'm talking about the real Gwen Stacy. Like, she's still a character. She's just dead. Okay? Yeah, it probably is a reskin. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't really like the color scheme is a bit off, but it is what it is. Oh, Spider-Verse game with different worlds. I didn't see that part. That would take a long time, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. That game would take a long time in development. Yeah, they had that one comic arc, I think, where they were like getting together or something, right? Yeah, I never read that, but it just felt weird. It felt kind of forced. It didn't really feel necessary. Yeah, R.I.P. Gwen. Imagine, I wonder if they'll ever bring her back, like as an actual love interest for Peter, you know? Because I hear that they're redoing the whatchamacallit, One Last Day thing in the comics, but they're gonna apparently make MJ and Peter able to get married or something. That is something, but comics are just too much for me right now. Too many events, too many things going on. Well, if they put Gwen in Marvel Spider-Man 3, that would mean that, I don't know, I feel like that would mean MJ would have to die. There's like no reason to there's no reason to add another potential love interest for Peter unless one of them dies or leaves him straight up. And MJ and Peter were only broken up, I think, for like 6 months or something, if I remember that right. So there wasn't really, the way he's shaking that controller makes it look like he's doing it on purpose. Honestly, yeah, but he's been having issues since like way beginning in the game. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like if they put her in the third game, it would just feel like they're replacing MJ. A character that they haven't put in a long time is Carly Cooper. She was one of the love interests that figured out Peter's identity in like probably the fastest time, honestly. Gwen for Miles. I don't know how I feel about that, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. It just I don't know how I feel about it. Oh yeah, and then they brought her back as a clone in the form of Carnage or something like that. They did some weird stuff in the Ultimate Comics, I'm gonna tell you that right now. But they did Gwen kind of dirty by killing her off like that, though. Like, that's the way that they had the symbiote, Carnage symbiote or whatever you want to call it, like straight up absorb her, I guess, is just kind of creepy. Gonna skip this because we don't do these. I hope they don't make anything like this come back in the next game. I don't want to do these. Like, puzzles are the last thing I want to do. Miles Morales puzzles are a little bit funner just because you're actually using his abilities. All this stuff, I kind of don't want to do it. Especially when they make like really intricate ones. Yeah, he was kind of like a really quick character, to be honest. I forget how the whole thing went. I think Venom ended up absorbing Carnage and then getting the white spider logo. I think that's how that happened at a certain point. I just can't remember the whole story like that, though. But Carnage was created technically by Dr. Connors and an alternate version of a guy named Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly wasn't a clone of Peter Parker or anything. He was just a normal guy, normal scientist. And they somehow, I think, already had a sample of Peter's DNA. And then they started working on that. And then Carnage got created, and then he just started going freaking rampant. And then, yeah, extra stuff started happening. You didn't like Finn? Man, Finn was cool. I was surprised nobody actually early on though. A lot of people, I didn't see a lot of people say anything about Finn
Hey, sorry I missed your call.
because, like, if you know, I think it's Phineas. Hold on, I think it's Phineas Mason.
Yeah, we should talk over dinner.
That's the name of the Tinkerer in the comics.
Come over and cook.
I think so. But
I like steak ribs.
I mean,
I was still out, but
I think it's weird that at such a young age she was able to create that technology.
All right.
But I mean that just shows you that I guess she's just that smart. That's why she's a tinkerer. But if it were me, I would have still kept the tinkerer as an elderly dude who still made technology like that, but had a different villain. But it was all right, you know. For Miles' first villain, I guess you can't make it like super, you know, like a big character, I guess, if that makes sense. It's just because it's his first time really messing with anybody right now. You know, he had Rhino, and that was just pure luck, bro. If he didn't even know he had all these abilities until Rhino, so she wasn't developed for your taste. Yeah, I can see, but I guess they just needed a more character that could tie into Miles' like personal feelings, make it more personal for the story too. Pete is a scientist, but do they really have to use that for every single puzzle? Yeah, it gets annoying after a while. Yeah, the boss fights definitely were a little bit better in the Miles Morales game. I would say the only boss fight, well, Rhino's boss fight, both of them were just kind of, you know. The second one I thought was going to be a little bit better, but it still had the same concept, like, you know, you run him into something and then you venom punch him. But I mean, obviously, he got upgraded armor, so you have to break the armor or whatever, but it's still, I just wish that it was a little bit done better. I'll have to see how they do the sequels villains, because they definitely make some really good chase boss fights, I guess you could say. But the boss fights where you actually have to do combat is where it kind of lacks a little bit sometimes. Because in this game, you can just spam webs for a lot of them. Like in the final fight with Otto, you can just literally spam almost all your gadgets, and then you can get them done just like that. So it's pretty easy. Did Finn kill Rhino? Apparently she didn't. That's what I'm hearing. It would be nice if she did, just so, you know, that's one less villain off our hands, and then at the same time, that's a little bit more, I don't know, it's deeper, I feel like, if she actually did. But I'm just going to assume that she didn't. But it would make sense, and it would feel a little bit better for the story. But there's like no real repercussions for her doing that, so if it really matters, I guess not.
I picked up a bunch of stuff at the store. Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Swinging over now? You're to be amazed.
Yeah, like even the first boss fight with Wilson Fisk, you literally can skip the like little messages, the little tips and stuff, and you could just start webbing up the little turrets, and you can throw them right at him, and then that's it. You know, if you have web bomb, literally that's it. Like, let's see, what is this over here? All right, ready? You put this up there, you put this up there. Oh, wrong one. But still, like, easy peasy, bro. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright, well, I didn't have the gadget I needed right there, but still. How are you just walking, bro? Like, do you not see this whole thing going on, bro? You guys are just walking? That's crazy. Like, he's literally right here. Oh, shit. Well, you killed your buddy, so... I think the coolest thing for these crimes as well as bases for Miles Morales is that you can do them while stealth, like entire stealth. And even though Peter obviously doesn't have camo, it would be nice to have had that for this game, because it's just weird for them to all like know where you're at the whole time, even if you are in a good hiding spot. So when they make the second game, or they probably already are, to be honest, though, I would be highly surprised if they aren't working at all on any type of stuff for that game. Whose house is this? Alright, let's take a look at MJ really quick. A lot of people complained about her when they first saw how she looked, bro. I think, oh, we gotta do this right now? Oh my gosh. Listen, these little things with Miles and MJ are cool, but I think MJ just has way too many of these. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, also, I mean, you have Miles' house marked in there, and have the backpack like highlight for some reason, even though you can't go back inside the house, which is extremely weird. Cause, are you gonna go over there or what? Thank you. Yeah, but it would be nice to be able to go actually back inside the house. Oh boy. We're just gonna try to speed right through this, guys, because keep going, keep going. Oh shit. Bro. Oh, I gotta get you down here. God damn it. Alright. Alright, which way are you going, bro? Left, right, left, right, left, right. Alright. Thank you. Oh, crap. There used to be this game called Superhero Squad Online back in like the, what, 2000, I want to say 12-ish, somewhere around there. Honestly, that was probably one of my favorite online games. It was just jam-packed with a lot of stuff throughout the years. Like, they started out small, and it was kind of boring in the beginning, but over time they started adding more, like, characters, and... Alright. They started adding more characters and more modes and stuff like that. And eventually let you play as, like, villain characters and bosses. It was very, very fun. For an online game, that was the first time I ever felt like I actually had to spend money, because it was like, I don't know, it was just fun. It had this weird, like, this really interesting concept of being able to play as any of these superheroes and play with friends, and occasionally spend a couple bucks on like a new character, and they usually put out at least like 5 or 10 of them at a time sometimes, so it was cool. But then it got shut down.
Let's see if they
Yeah, she probably would have. What are you shocked for? You know he has indestructible skin, so like you know that's not gonna do anything. Chill out. But yeah, she probably would have gotten a lot more information, to be honest. But you know, for plot reasons, they wanted you to do this as Peter later on. Tombstone definitely could have had a little bit more role in the story too. Like even as a side villain, I feel like the side villain's got to get buffed up a little bit more. I was kind of disappointed to find out who the boss, like the secret, I guess you could say secret boss reveal, not boss, but secret villain reveal in Miles Morales was from doing all those side activities. I was really hoping that it was going to be like the Chameleon or something, and to see how, like, I don't know, see how different a concept could be for that, but it just turned out to be freaking Kingpin. And that just tells me that he probably will come back in this next game. Oh yeah, he'll definitely get a sequel. There's no doubt. There's no doubt that he's going to get a sequel. The game made a lot of money, and it's still going to make a lot of money. And the question will be at that time is, what will they do? You know? What will they do to make him very different, like, from the first game? I mean, they're obviously going to have a lot more tricks, but, like, what other kind of abilities are they going to have? What other kind of story elements are they going to have? You know? Alright, look at this. Does this MJ look better than the one we got? Like, does the remaster look better, or does she still kind of look like a kid? That was a lot of people's problem. Like, they said she looked like a little girl. Does she look like a little girl here? Honestly, I mean, if Kingpin didn't go to jail, he would have done a lot better here. All right, let me go back to the cutscene. Do you guys think that Norman Osborn is actually going to be the Green Goblin in the next game, or do you think they're going to save that for the third game? Electro? Honestly, I don't want to see any more Sinister Six members in any of these games. I kind of am tired of it. Like, I was very surprised they chose Rhino to be in Miles Morales, and I was just like, the concept of him breaking out, like the way that he broke out, like it just felt stupid. Like, why would you transport a guy like that in a freaking helicopter with that kind of setup, and you don't have actual people who can handle him? That just was really stupid on their part when they were trying to transfer him to the raft. Oh yeah, Kingpin is freaking strong as hell, bro. Like, he's unnaturally strong that he can do that. He freaking, dude, just the way that whole boss fight went, it's pretty durable, dude. Pretty durable for a guy like him who has no superpowers whatsoever, no super strength or nothing. He's just durable and hecka strong. Really weird, but I guess you could say the same for Rhino. The fact that he can do those freaking super jumps, like, and run that fast, like, it felt like they were trying to do what Juggernaut can do, but just give it to Rhino. You know? it was a cool boss fight, like to chase him around, but why? Why was he able to do all that stuff? Huh. Kingpin doesn't skip leg day. Yeah, Kingpin in the comic books, I think knows like different forms of like he knows what kung fu, karate, and all that stuff in the comic books. Like he's what the hell? He definitely knows how to fend for himself. I mean, in the comic books at one time, I think he was the leader of the Hand, and that itself was pretty interesting. He had control over the whole Hand and just had a place called Shadowland. It was interesting. I don't have impact webs. Alright then. Alright, give me a quick second.
Thanks for the assist.
Oh man, I hate being sick, bro.
There's probably more than inside. You guys stay here.
Yeah, I tested it at all. Or they were just being really incompetent. Cause like, why? Like, why would you bring him over in a, like, fly him throughout the city? I understand that, like, it's an easier method of travel, but, like, you know, if he just shakes the thing, you're gonna have a hard time carrying him. Peter left Miles to take care of the city in one of the comics, and he was being a coward. He just straight up left straight after. Wait, who? What was this? What comic was that? Is that when Miles got into the 616 universe? Or is that something else? I never read that.
But you gotta find Mr. Standish fast.
Well, then again, there's a lot of comics that I missed, to be honest, but like I said, there's just a lot to keep up with nowadays. There's way too many events. They need to like start like chilling out with all that. Honestly, it gets kind of tiresome to see all that stuff and like have to catch up every so now and again. Like they did Absolute Carnage event really well, and I didn't have to read a single issue of Venom to understand what Absolute Carnage was about. That's the type of stuff they gotta start doing, bro. The Ultimate Goblin came to the 616 universe, really? Really? So this is before Battle World and stuff then, okay. I'll have to go check it out, because I definitely didn't read that. Yeah, a lot of people want that other suit. I mean, personally, I don't really care for it. I'm not saying it's not good. I've come to really like this suit, honestly. I didn't like it at first. Oh, it's just after Battle World? I definitely didn't read that. After Battle World, that's when I really stopped. So I definitely have to check it out. I don't even know what's going on with like Avengers or anything in the comic books. Like, didn't they just have some new event where they had to, like went into space or something, and they had to, I don't even remember, something had to do with scrolls or Galact, I don't even remember, bro. That's how lost I am in the comic books right now. Don't even know where I'm at. I do need to read the King in Black though. I heard that's gonna be good, by Donny Cates, when the Avengers DLC. Yeah, I'll probably stream it, but at the same time, I'm gonna take a while to get Kate to level 50 in power 140 or something like that. Avengers have been offline? Really? Wow, that's surprising. Because they're the ones that always have freaking events going on, like, unnecessarily. I really want the Avengers game to do well, bro. Like, you have no idea. I really want it to do well. Can they shoot me up here? No, they can't.
Okay, almost there. Stay out of the light.
Let me just do this real quick. Alright. Yeah, Donnie Cates is just really good at writing Venom and everything, bro. I'm very confident that he will go far and continue to go far. I think he did Thor too. What is it? When Thor became a Herald of Galactus or something like that. The only problem I have with that whole arc is that somehow Fortnite is now canon. That's the part that really irks me right now. Fortnite is canon to the Marvel comic universe. That's really weird. Yeah, the Avengers updates could be better, but I'll really give it to them that the pandemic really effed up with their production. You know, apparently Square Enix is allowing their employees to now like have more opportunities to work from home, so hopefully that'll help out a little bit better. But at the same time, they still haven't given a roadmap, and that's kind of what everyone wants, to be honest with you. More than anything, that's what everybody wants. What the heck, Peter? Oh my gosh, Peter, you missed out on that last one there. I definitely think that the game will make some kind of comeback mid-2021. There's just no way that game is gonna completely fail. Like, if it does, that'll make it really hard for anybody to ever want to do another Avengers game. Honestly. Oh. Yep. Nah. The story with that whole Fortnite thing, I don't really understand what's going on there. Because currently, I think Galactus is technically dead in the comic books right now. So whatever happens in this little Fortnite event next week, honestly, really doesn't matter. All I know is they have Star Wars stuff coming apparently soon, so that's interesting.
Okay, all clear. Hope Standish is alright.
Alright. Yeah, but for next year, for Avengers, they have Hawkeye, Black Panther, and Spider-Man coming. And I already know that Spider-Man is going to be a big reason when some people come to check out the game. But I really don't want that to be the reason people actually come back. Spider-Man is good and all, but like, I just don't want him to be like a big focal point. And I don't want him to like really outclass any of the other characters in the game, because then I'll kind of get mad, because it's not really about, you know, Spider-Man in that game. Plus, he's an exclusive to PlayStation, so I definitely don't want him to overshadow other characters, because then people will be mad, like, oh, why is Spider-Man the best character in the game? Blah, 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 blah. He's not on Xbox, he's not on PC, you know.
It's safe now. What were they after? Just
God, man.
about Devil's Breath?
Eddie Brock and his son entered this different universe at the end of King in Black number 30. We don't know where they came in, and the whole page turned black, with them looking into the dark.
Not anymore. Looks like they copied some records to a secure server.
Interesting. I'm trying to think. I remember the last thing I read related to those two was that they visited the Maker, and the Maker made a version of the Ultimate Symbiote, since it's an artificial one, and he somehow got back to his universe, the Earth 1610. And then Eddie and his son ended up in some weird alternate universe where everybody has symbiotes, and I think he found his wife. And then after that, I think that's when I took a break too. I took a lot of breaks with different comic books. Just, I like reading the whole story, and that's the thing. Like, I think with House of X and Powers of X for X-Men stuff, like, I read it once it was fully done, just because it's better to read those stories when they're actually all done, because now that comics take like at least a month or two in between before they release new issues, it can become wild.
Hey, Yuri.
You okay?
Yeah. We didn't get much out of Standish before these Sable guys stepped in.
Yeah, that's kind of effed up to have Spider-Man as a PS exclusive because, you know, the game isn't even in the best spot right now for it to be an exclusive. If it was for everybody, because at the same time, the game, all these characters are free, so it really shouldn't matter that it's an exclusive. It should just be for everybody. Having him as an exclusive also kind of F's up the story in a bit because, you know, these characters are tied to different seasons. So, like, for example, Kate and Hawkeye are season 1, I believe, and Black Panther and whoever else is there is probably season 2. So somehow their stories tie in with the overall story of that season. So for people not to have Spider-Man, that will kind of F up, like, knowing what's going on there, and they kind of have to catch up differently. Unless they release another character that everybody gets at the same time, but I doubt it. I don't know. It's weird to have a exclusive character in a game like that. I mean, I would be totally fine if Xbox or PC had some exclusive characters too, but I would want them to have it at the same time. It just doesn't feel fair to those players, especially when they load into a lobby at some point whenever cross-gen is accessible. I mean, cross-play between different, you know, systems is accessible in the future. People are gonna be pissed. I'm just gonna say that right now. People are gonna be pissed. 1610 is fucked up now, yeah. The last we saw of 1610 universe before Ultimate Venom's return was Spider-Man Peter Parker. The Ultimate Venom is Peter Parker. Yeah. I forgot he was still alive too. I remember he just came back randomly at one of the comic books. Like, I forget how. I think it has something to do with the Oz formula, but him and Goblin, I think, both like can't die or something. I don't remember, but I have to read it again. So much reading to do that I can't keep up with. But I also have a whole bunch of anime that I need to catch up on too, guys. I have to catch up on freaking One Piece, Naruto. Well, not Naruto, but Boruto, Demon Slayer. I gotta start watching Fire Force. I don't know if any of you guys watch anime, but I have a lot. And I have to watch some shows and read the manga. My Hero comes back soon, so I'm pretty caught up on that, at least for what they're going to show. Honestly, I don't really care what design they do, because at the end of the day, they're just going to put any other freaking costumes that he's ever had as items in the shop. If they put the Spider-Man PS4 suit in the shop for the Avengers game, that's all I'll wear. I don't really care what they do for his design, as long as it's not, you know, super outlandish. Hold on, guys, give me a quick second.
Making me nervous, Spider-Man. Move along.
Alright, I'm back. Probably gonna get ready to end in like a few minutes. Not right now, probably like in 20-30 minutes, but yeah, I'm gonna need to get some water too. My voice is getting kind of raspy. I'm really curious though how they're gonna add all these extra villains into the Avengers game, because that's also another issue. Is there's not enough like diverse villains. It's just Taskmaster and freaking Abomination, and it's not even them. It's just clones. So it's weird.
Mystery Man's got recon points spread all over the city.
Galactus came in the universe and destroyed it, and all the heroes have gone into hiding, with the world going into panic. See, I honestly don't know if I can comment on this because it's been a while since I've read Ultimate Comics. I remember that there was one event where Galactus, like, I guess appeared in the Ultimate Universe, but I don't think he did anything outright yet. I can't remember what the event was called though. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do anything extra than the story. For the Avengers game, it would make sense if they used the Raimi suit for Spider-Man. They're going to use anything that they can get, bro. They need more money. They haven't made... I mean, they made a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but they probably need to get more money back for all the production this game costs. For all that time they put into it, you know, and we waited for so long. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. Definitely want it to succeed. Just it's gotta get some. It's gotta get some rhythm and stuff going. That's all it needs. Is some rhythm and some good stuff. You know, we were supposed to have content in, I think, October. Yeah, we were supposed to have new content in October, bro. So it definitely took its time.
Good thing I already have a costume.
Now, hopefully, we don't get any more delays. That would suck. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is better for them to just give the game at the lowest price. You know, right now, people are gonna say that the game is overpriced, even for like what it has right now. But think about it. I mean, if you get the game at $30, you're getting a steal. I mean, of course, it'll drop lower, but you're getting it for a steal because you're gonna get free content. Like, you don't have to pay for anything else. All you have to pay for is costumes, like outfits. That's pretty much it. And I mean, it's not like other games haven't dropped prices like right after they came out. Freaking Ghost of Tsushima came out like a couple months ago or 3 months ago or something like that. Actually, I don't remember when did it come out, but as soon as it came out, not that long ago, it got, you know, discounts, and I don't see anybody complaining about that. So, all right. I'm gonna get some water really quick because my voice is getting a little raspy. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see, what is the last thing here on the chat? It came out July 17th. Yeah. I got the game in, what, September or August, and it was like $10, $15 cheaper or something like that. Can't wait to get over this fucking cold, bro. $90 at the end of this year.
Halloween party.
How old are you, bro?
So I don't have to change.
If you are eligible to get a job, I would say get a job.
Always dressed as one of my greatest foes.
What kind of dancing is this? You I was about to say you got a little bird doo-doo on you, bro. 13. Dang, bro. If you were eligible, I would say get a job, but you got 3 more years. Well, I guess it depends. When I was in high school, there was an option to work in my school's cafeteria, so I was able to make money that way, but still, I understand. You guys good, bro? I know you can't see out of that. It's been a minute since I've been to a costume party, bro. Real talk.
Excuse me, are you Dr. Delaney?
Heck no. People don't pay attention to New York, bro. They really don't.
Smoke. Whatever will I do?
The concept of New York in comic books, like in anything Marvel related, it just doesn't make sense. Like, New York is constantly in danger, bro. Like, no people should be living there. They don't pay attention. Not to mention, they're always getting their minds erased.
I need to find Dr. Delaney.
He's out in the party somewhere.
I'll get $50 for Christmas and then 20 for my birthday, and then get another 20 on next Christmas. You know, what else could you do for money? Let's see here. Well, this isn't the early 2000s anymore, so you can't do a lemonade stand, you know. But I don't know. I honestly don't really know what could you do around in a pandemic right now that's safe. I don't know. I really don't. Selling Pokemon cards.
Dr. Delaney.
Man, you can get real money if you got classic Pokemon cards. Like, them things be selling.
I'm looking for Isaac Delaney.
I think he's on the dance floor. There he is.
What do you guys think of Cyberpunk? If you guys know about it. That game is definitely a rated M game. So I'm gonna either have to put some warnings on the channel when I do those videos, or have it 18 and up. So it's gonna have to be, yeah, I'm gonna have to block it out for some of you younger folk out there, because it's definitely not for kids. Yeah, buying lemonade is a no-no. I just noticed the stream doesn't show. So the difference with the PS4 is when you stream and you show the chat, it actually shows up on the stream so other people can see it. In here, you guys don't see like the little bubbles, I guess, that I get, which is a lot better that way, so I won't have a whole bunch of freaking random stuff popping up. It makes it easier for you guys to see the gameplay, and it makes it easier for me to respond to comments. So that's cool. PlayStation 5 definitely is cool. but it's definitely not a necessity right now. If you got lucky and got one, it's really cool if you were able to get one, but it wasn't necessary. Honestly, I think the whole concept of him losing, like, just, I don't know, he's trying to act too normal. Like, bro, you're Spider-Man, bro. Just do your thing. Oh, this, okay, let's just do this. Yep. I'm not gonna fight you right now. Just shoot him. You go there. Thank you.
Everybody okay?
What's up to anybody joining the stream? We're just chilling in here playing some Spider-Man Remastered. Honestly, I'm just trying to get this story done so I can get to the DLCs, because those are the only trophies I need to get done. And you know, you can't play the DLCs if you don't experience the whole game, so why not? Oh, I could have pulled you up. I wasn't paying attention. Nope. Sit down somewhere. You sit down. You sit down. I mean, the PS5 graphics for this game, I would say I prefer performance mode over fidelity mode. Like, the ray tracing and everything is cool and all, but 60 frames per second is just a lot better. Like, it feels a lot smoother just to play this than playing on fidelity mode. Same for Miles. Like, I just can't do it. That's why I like that the photo mode automatically changes it to fidelity mode, so you can get, you know, ray tracing in pictures and stuff like that. Other than that, I'm gonna be on performance mode all the way for any game. Avengers, like, definitely looks better on the PS5s and Xbox Series X and stuff, but I'm really curious what their next gen version is like. Yeah, P could do a lot of things, but he makes some weird choices sometimes. Like, he honestly could have stopped this from happening. Like that guy that has a gun pointed at the doctor's face, he could have easily just pulled it out of his hand because he had his back to him. Avengers sucks compared to Spider-Man. Well, yeah, it's a single player game versus a multiplayer, you know, looter shooter game. So of course it's going to be better in every aspect of this because it focuses solely on one character. But we'll have to see. I just know that the game is going to be have a major comeback, probably like Battlefront. I don't play Battlefront anymore, but I definitely enjoyed it once they started, you know, changing things up a bit. It just got a lot better from there. Oh boy, you guys. What was that? Oh, the camera just. Okay. The game in my description is Dead Rising. What are you talking about? For me, it says it's Miles Morales, which is weird. Maybe I should. Let me go see. I have to go on my computer and change it. Let me do that real quick. Honestly, everything Mr. Negative does just honestly is unnecessary. All of the people he was gonna kill with the virus, unnecessary. Everybody he killed in the city hall, unnecessary. Like, his goal was Norman Osborn. That's all he needed. Alright, I'm gonna change something really quick to make sure. Give me a quick second. I think I'm gonna have to use my usually I would use my Elgato to stream, but I didn't feel like using the Elgato right now because sometimes it's just annoying to set up, to be honest. Thumbnail. No, I'm not gonna put a thumbnail on here. Let's see. What else? Alright. Alright. It should say the right thing now. Maybe I should add some tags to it too. I never really care about the streams too much, like in terms of adding all these tags and extra stuff, because I don't really stream that often. When I do, I tend to do it for a little bit longer, so I probably will keep going. What do you mean? Okay, hold on. Get rid of that. Yeah, I didn't put anything there for the thumbnail. Like I said, I never really care for the streams, but I can go find an image right now for Spider-Man Remastered and put that on there. But mostly that's just because I started the stream for the PlayStation 5. Like, I did it from my PlayStation 5, so the only thing I can really put there is a description and stuff. What picture do I want to put here? Let's just put this. Oh no, that's a picture from Caboose. Not gonna use that. Alright. I found one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Sometimes I don't know. I usually don't keep them there. Hey, thank you, William. Appreciate it. Miles Morales ended, so now we're gonna try to focus on some other games. I was primarily covering that for a while. I'm gonna probably try to do some Cyberpunk, but again, that game is definitely not for kids and stuff. So I have to be a little bit more. I'll have to do my videos a certain way. Make them 18 and up or something, or put a warning, because you know, some people trip about that stuff. You know, I could just turn the certain settings off, but I want to get the full experience of the game. So, you know, I know people, like, for example, like oh shit, like MK11, all the blood and stuff, people just change the colors whenever they do the fatalities and stuff like that, but you want to get the full experience of the game, man. You don't want to change a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, Caboose is cool. I know he doesn't like when people use this stuff without, like, crediting him or asking, because I've seen it before on Twitter. People just, like, use his photos and don't, like, they edit out his name. Like, of course, any person is going to be mad at that, but, like, you know, I've seen it happen, like, real time. Oh shit, I forgot he was there. Can I? Yeah, I'm good. How do you say your name? Murad? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Murad Promro. Murad Promro. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm pretty good. How are you? I'm a little sick, so I'm just passing the time before Thanksgiving, you know. I appreciate it. Yeah, Twitter, Murad. Okay. Thank you. I really like to get people's name right, because even my name personally, like, I have to go by my middle name, and you know, around work and just other stuff, because people just can't get my name right, and it irks me sometimes, and honestly, I just get annoyed at it.
Scientist on this Devil's Breath project. Did you find him?
Yes and no. Sable says they have him under protection at a safe house somewhere in the city, but they won't tell me where.
I gotta say, the haptic feedback in this game, I feel it, but it's not as It's not as prominent as Miles Morales. Like, but that's because he has the bioelectricity, you know. You can definitely like feel the webs whipping in here. Like the haptic feedback triggers for when he shoots a web, I feel it more for Miles Morales. But I don't know. It is what it is for this game. I don't have a lot of complaints. I just have questions and concerns.
Morgan Michaels.
Morgan Michaels. Who is he?
Not sure, but I bet he works on the Devil's Breath project. Have you learned anything from that Devil's Breath
Honestly.
file?
Okay, what is this next mission?
Years ago, Osborn came to Fisk and asked him to go to
Really,
lab,
I haven't bought PS4. I mean PS5. Honestly, it's not even necessary right now. Like, it's good to experience it, you know, for yourself.
That's how I can get into
But at the same time, it's not necessary right now. There aren't a lot of games that really require it.
the whole place on lockdown.
Honestly, I would have preferred to get a black PS5 with a black controller because I'd rather have easier time cleaning off smudges than getting like my controller dirty. That's like really the problem I have with this thing, is it gets dirty pretty quick. What are you doing, Peter? Do you think Venom 2 should be R-rated? Yes. Venom 2 should be R-rated. Dude's freaking eating people's freaking heads and shit. In the first one, like, come on, man. You're not gonna have it be R-rated? That's so weird. But, I mean, it makes more sense for it not to be, so a lot more people can enjoy it. I get it. Like Deadpool though, there's no way you can have a PG-13 Deadpool. There's just no way. That character is definitely R-rated and is not meant to be taken as anything else.
Just when I thought it would be easy.
But I think Deadpool would also be a good way for Disney to really like make fun of themselves a lot. Because when they made Deadpool 1 and 2, there was reasons why they couldn't make a lot of Disney jokes. But Disney could make the jokes about themselves, which would be very, very, very nice.
Someone takes control of one of our subsystems. Initiating Delta Protocol.
Everybody's got drones these days.
I think it was okay, but I didn't watch it myself, but I'm pretty sure it did okay, but it definitely didn't do as well as the original would have done, you know.
Okay, just 2 more modules.
Oh yeah, back then, yeah, that's oh shit. Okay, back then in that 1980s cartoon, that's because they you know didn't have to freaking do all that extra stuff to make it more, you know, easier for people to understand. Like, they just went with it. They followed what they did in the comics and they made it more, you know, they made it into an actual cartoon, and that was it. But now it's so complicated because they always want to make some changes to it rather than just doing the thing that the comic book did, you know, and changing minor things. There's always something that they have to make, you know, entirely original, which is cool, but sometimes I just want to see something from the comics fully adapted. Why did they make this so difficult? Just hack.
Nice.
Oh, was that real?
Go to Norman's office. Find out more.
I thought that was just costumes. Honestly, I would prefer if they give him the white spider logo, but make it more about Noel. They have a chance to really do that, to make that little side thing make more sense, because it honestly would be really stupid in my opinion if they give him a white spider logo and say, oh, he just watched it on TV. Like, he watched Peter swinging on TV or something, was like, we should have a logo, and then he copies it but adjusts it or something. That would be really stupid in my opinion. Like, bro, am I going the right direction? Oh, I have to wait till he's done talking.
Must be talking about that fire in J.
What's his name? What is the actor's name that's playing Cletus Cassidy? He played as Woody Harrelson, I think, right? There was some leaked stuff a while back, but They should have put out a trailer by now, honestly. Regardless if it's coming out later in 2021, and we still don't even know if it's really going to come out. They should still like give us some sort of teaser.
The location of the lab is redacted.
Oh. Is that confirmed though? I've seen that they're saying Doc Ock is in there, but is it actually confirmed? I heard it was just a rumor. Alright, sorry about that. I stepped away for a second. Hold on again. Alright, I'm back. Somebody walked into my room. I had to say something. Where was I at? What was I saying? Shit. Oh, yeah, I heard that the Doc Ock thing was a rumor. I mean, it would be cool, but like, I want to see this live action Sinister Six. Don't get me wrong, but the idea of them all being from the multiverse, like different versions or something like that, sounds really weird.
It's designed to cure diseases. In its current form, it's like a bioweapon.
Yeah, she was a missed out character in the Amazing Spider-Man series too. They were gonna make a black, what is it called? They were gonna do some Black Cat and Silver Sable movie or something back then. I think it got scrapped though, which is good because I don't think it would have done well. But yeah, they were gonna do something like that.
MJ, get this.
But I don't know. It would be weird for them to do Black Cat so early on. It really would have been interesting for them to do Black Cat in the Raimi series, in like I don't know, Spider-Man 2, and then make that relationship ongoing, and then have him like, you know, I don't know, find a way to get back to MJ or some shit. I don't know. That whole MJ thing with in the Raimi series, I wasn't really a fan of. They kind of just, she became more of a damsel in distress character, and I didn't really like that. Sable. I gotta do another MJ thing. And Otto's about to get going. It's about to start going crazy. Alright. 15 minutes earlier. See, this whole thing right here could have just been scrapped. This whole thing right now could have just started with the scene where she says, you know, she pops into his tent and is like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and then Peter swaps in. But like this whole thing, I didn't need it. Only the ones where she actually is like getting real time info and is talking about stuff that applies to the story is what I need. To do all this though, I don't really need it. Alright, come on. I know how to do it already. This is the one thing I like about Miles Morales 2, is when you do New Game Plus, you don't have to do all of this, you know, you don't need the prompts to tell you what to do. You just get to go. Alright, what does it say? In Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electro, he didn't explode. I'm trying to think. I mean, the Electro one sounds more possible, but it'd be like, how would you explain, like, I don't know, him exploding when he got into another universe? And Doc Ock, I mean, that was like a sun almost, right? Like, that was basically the power of a sun, and it imploded on itself. So I would see him more actually dying there. I think he actually died. If anything, you know, I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna do these other versions of these characters. I don't know why I threw that over there. I need to throw it over there. Man, Shocker got way too much. Like, Shocker is an okay villain. You know, in this game, what they did for him, they made him seem more cowardly. I don't know. He's just doing too much. Who's this? Sarah Williams. Interesting. I wish that they would do something similar to Ultimate Spider-Man back then, and I think it was like 2000, maybe it was somewhere between, I think, 2005 to 2007 or something, maybe, where I think you got to play as Venom stuff. Oh yeah, no problem, bro. Homework is everything. School first, then you gotta do your other stuff. Education before all, bro. Honestly, Shocker, oh shit. Shocker robbing a bank, like, I don't understand what the demons needed money for. What did they need money for? They literally just did whatever they wanted to. What am I taking a photo of? What is school for? Well, you need school. You need to at least go to high school. That's what I can tell you. You definitely don't have to go to college to get a good job, though. That's a misconception.
Add to 4 units. He carries the only sample of Devil's Breath. I will not be responsible for pandemic.
You turn over there for like a quick second.
What's important? Safe houses. Dr. Nichols is familiar with these. Standish might know which one.
Alright.
There's Standish's tent.
You turn that way. The fan turns on like at least once every hour or every other hour, so that's pretty much it. But it's pretty quiet, to be honest, which is pretty surprising. The fan is like, when it does put the fan on though, like it's kind of loud, like you can hear it, but it only goes on for like 5 to 10 seconds and then it's done. Do I like Marvel Android? What do you mean? Do I like Android game on? What do you mean? It's like, it's an app? I don't know. You gotta be a little bit more specific. And we just finessed that. I sometimes I want to skip these cinematics. I know what happens, so it's like, do I really want to watch it, or do I just want to skip it and get to the next part? Marvel Android. I'm trying to think, like, what games specifically? Marvel Android. There's Marvel Strike Force, there's Marvel Contest of Champions, there's Marvel Future Fight. I'm sure there's another one. Can't think of it right now. Yeah, I still have my PS4 too, and it's very loud. Like, I was sometimes was concerned with if people would be able to hear it whenever I would do videos, because it's just that loud. The PS5 though, it's cool. I definitely want to change the setup I have though. I don't really like having it laid down because I want it to be easily accessible to clean. You know, since it's white, I definitely am going to have to make sure I clean it a lot more than I did the other one. That would be something. That would be very different if they had a relationship, honestly. I think that would shock people more than the face that Peter has. Oh, Marvel Contest of Champions? I don't know. I haven't played that game in like a year and a half. And I'm very on and off about it. It's like it's a good game, but at the same time it kind of just got boring to me after a while. I'm sure they added a lot of stuff that most like frequent players like, but as a person coming back into the game, it felt very, I don't know, tiresome to like try to catch up. I like the characters that they add. Like they recently added like what, the Red Goblin, the symbiote version. You know, it took them a while to start adding some actual characters that people wanted, but it is what it is. The only game right now that I've actually been enjoying that is an app, like a Marvel game app, is Marvel Strike Force, but I'll be honest with you, I've spent a few bucks in it, and you do have to spend some money if you want to get places fast, and that's pretty much, I guess you could say that about any game. I'll definitely say this: don't get into gacha games, because you will lose money quicker than you've ever seen. Gacha games are basically like gambling for stuff, but like you get a chance to get something and it's not guaranteed, which sucks. You don't do live streams because of how loud the PS4 is. Yeah, you gotta. I keep mine under my desk, so that helps with the sound of it when I was streaming and doing videos. So, but I could easily understand, like, you know, why it'd be harder to do live streams and videos if you have to somewhere a little bit more open where it's a lot louder. I run away for the mission. Miles Morales and Black Cat get to know each other and they get in a relationship and some things happen. Yeah. I mean, it'd just be weird to have them age down Felicia, though. I mean, they aged down Tinkerer and gender swapped the Tinkerer, so I mean, anything is possible at this point. Oh, Marvel Academy. I heard about it, never downloaded it. I heard people liked it a lot. What other Marvel? Oh yeah, there was a Marvel game. Well, it was a Spider-Man game. It's called Spider-Man Unlimited, and I gotta say, that game was definitely fun. Being able to run around as different Spider-Men. Even some other characters, like, I don't know why, but they added characters like Hobgoblin, even though you can't like use a glider or anything, which is kind of weird. But it was still fun just to do, like, you know, running segments and have little boss fights. I found that really enjoyable. Too bad that it, you know, stopped getting support. I mean, you can re-download the game, but it's not really that fun if you can't get everything that's intended for it.
It's not too exciting.
But it shut down as same voice. Can you reword that? I don't know what you mean. Are you saying Marvel Contest of Champions shut down? Where's my objective? Yeah, some of those games they just get completely taken off the App Store because some of them actually require online services, like the Spider-Man Unlimited. Like you can re-download it, but there's no support, so like you just don't really have much to do other than the main objective, which is run, and you get a few boss fights here and there, and then you can do the story, but then after that, there's no online events or anything. Oh yeah, they had those TASM, the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man games too on Android. Bro, I never got to play it, but they looked really good for a freaking mobile game, bro. And you could actually swing around in free roam, which was very, very cool for a mobile game.
Oh, sorry.
But they sadly took it down.
No cabs. I'll get there as soon as I can.
And even the TASM games got taken away on the PlayStation Store. Like they lost the license too, which is a good reason to get your games in physical format. You know, just in case if anything like that happens for other games. I doubt it would happen, but now people who bought the game, bought TASM 2 or TASM 1, I think too, through the PS Store, they no longer can play it. But if you have the game physically, you can play it whenever you want. Not that you probably would, but just to have it, you know. I just fast travel over there. Alright. Nah. Bro, Miles is like 17, bro. Can't be doing that right now. It's too young. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's Spider-Man Unlimited. It's still in the App Store, but I don't think you can search for it. You might be able to, but if you've ever downloaded it, I think you can still re-download it. I have it on my phone, but I never play it. It's just one of those games where like if you don't have internet or anything, you can just open it up and play it, which is what I like about those. I've never ever played Minecraft in my life.
Sorry I'm late.
Morning, Parker.
I don't even know what you do in Minecraft, bro.
Check the neurosensors, would you? We need a faster response time. On it. Try to get it under 3 milliseconds. This is it. Oh, great. The neural interface will put Octavius Industries on.
Oh, you want me to do this? Oh my goodness, Otto. Why have you sunken so far? I'm gonna skip all of this. Every single bit of it.
Nice. Okay, next. Looks like some impedance in his neurosensor circuit. Finished. Signal to noise is out of whack. Your signal processor should reduce lag.
Ugh.
Got it, Doc.
How would I feel if they killed Miles off?
Good work.
I would feel some very interesting ways about that. If they killed off Miles in the second game, man, that would honestly kind of piss me off a bit. You know? it would be a reversal of what happened in the Ultimate comics for sure, but like, do we really need that to happen? That would just put Peter way over the edge, bro. Like, he lost Aunt May, and he loses his Spider-Man in training, his friend Miles Morales, and then he has to explain to his mom, like, bro, the fact that Miles' mom knows he's Spider-Man too also is like, that's high stakes too. You feel like an emo kid with a hoodie? That's Tobey Maguire with his hair down, walking down the street, doing his dance.
I call that a mouse success. I call that unbelievable.
Like, it's also that thing, like, with people, like, why did people think that Peter was gonna die in a Miles Morales game? I know that they instantly thought that they were just gonna start doing comic book stuff. Like, they have already said, Insomniac's already said that everything that they do is like from their own concepts, which is very clear with the fact that the Tinkerer was gender swapped and tremendously aged down. What if they killed Peter off? Well, they would have to make Miles a very, very good main character to continue going forward, as well as bring very interesting plots to the story. Either that, or they would have to conclude it all, like give it a proper ending. Considering that this is their own universe, I mean, they can do whatever they want. My thing is, I forget what it was. I think it was called Spider-Geddon. This second Spider-Verse event. I think that they have the PS4 version, like this Peter Parker. I think he was in that event, but they don't reference it at all. So it's kind of weird. Makes me wonder if they actually like consider it canon in this game at all. I think though, if they were gonna make Peter die, though, it would be. I think it wouldn't be too bad. I think it could work, but only if they do it properly, like give him a proper send off. Is this what I'm looking at? Okay. Carnage DLC. I don't know. I don't feel like that's necessary right now. I feel like to throw Carnage in there is just for fan service. Carnage isn't needed to tell a good story, but he's just there for fan service in a lot of places. Like, there was, like, for Absolute Carnage, fan service, bro. They didn't have to have him be the one to come back. They could have brought back a lot of different people, but they brought back Cletus Cassidy. Like, at the end of the day, that's all I view him as, is fan service, because he's just that good of a character that you can just bring him back whenever you want to. What if Toby got killed by Fisk, but Toby is... What? What if Toby got killed off by Fisk, but Toby is ordered... What? I don't understand. My theory is this. I think that Harry is gonna die, and it's gonna be somewhat Peter's fault, but at the same time, it's not really his fault. Harry just, if he just went naturally, like Harry would have died off naturally without, the symbiote, and that would have been that. But Peter taking the symbiote away from Harry, would probably cause some problems between, Norman. And I mean, eventually Norman's gonna find out Peter is Spider-Man too, so that's gonna be an interesting reveal.
Thanks. I'll be back in a few hours.
I don't think we'll get to the part right now, but when we get to Norman's penthouse, see the Goblin mask, well, the soon-to-be Goblin mask, a prototype of it. I mean, they have they have the prototype pumpkin bombs, I should say. But also, if you look in Miles Morales,
No, but his mother said he was coming.
the Tinkerer, she has
I'll be there soon. Bye.
some of their tech too. She has a lot of Sable tech. She has some demon stuff. She has what else? Oh yeah, she has Spider-Man's gadgets. Like she has which one is it? She has this one, this web bomb. So she definitely had access to stuff that other people, were using, which is very, very interesting to see how she would have gotten that. Which would have to meant that those little bombs that Osborn, Norman Osborn is making or whatever it is, had to have been used at some point in the field, and she somehow got it.
Hello?
I honestly don't want Gwen, like, at all. It just doesn't. It's not necessary.
And please call me Peter.
It is not necessary because, like, a character that's normally a love interest for Peter and just throwing her in there, it's kind of weird. Like for Spider-Man 3, them adding Gwen Stacy as a rebound, I guess you could say. Like Peter really wasn't really interested in her, I guess you could say like that. The fact that he did all that just for to make MJ jealous really shows that he wasn't really caring. But at the end of the day, if they throw in Gwen Stacy, I actually want her to be the love interest, the main character, not a side character.
You just made your last mistake, Thomas.
If he does turn into the Hobgoblin, they got to do it differently.
Seriously, take this many guys.
They got to make him like the whatchamacallit, the ultimate Hobgoblin, where he mutates into actual goblin or something like that. I would prefer if they did that for Norman Osborn too, instead of making him in a suit, but I don't know how other people feel about it. I like the Ultimate Goblin and how he looks. I'm starting to get tired of seeing like armored goblins and stuff like that because it's just been done already. But everybody has their own choices.
You're the amazing Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man. And a few other choice actors Jameson uses. Look, that was really great. Next time, we'll fight you with brothers. Okay? No, okay, but what if there aren't any around? Well, you can't just go swinging at someone twice your size. I mean, don't get me wrong. I fight guys stronger than me.
I'm checking Twitter really quick, sorry.
Oh, like that time you fought right on the Brooklyn Bridge? Perfect example. The other guy's bigger.
All right, let me ask you guys a question because I just saw this once again in Twitter. What do you guys think of the new face? What's your overall opinion? Like, do you actually like it, or are you okay with it, or do you just want John Boogniak back? What's your opinion? Because I literally just went on Twitter for like 5 seconds, and that's like the first thing I saw. You hate it? Damn.
Gotta go. Hey. Anytime.
Electro in the MCU, yep. Jamie Foxx. How come Peter does all the hard work of unlocking the whole city and Miles just gets through it? Well, the difference is that Peter was using the Oscorp tower, the little Oscorp towers to like get info on crime throughout the city, while Miles only uses an app that anyone in New York can access, and they literally tell him what's going on. So that's why. Plus, those towers, I don't even think they're being used anymore in Miles Morales, so I guess we're gonna have to find a new way to probably find crime for the second game, because I doubt those towers are still accessible. Because I think people know like that he's using it. if I remember right. Let me see something. Let's see. Let's look at that ray tracing. I mean, it's not clear, but you know, still, this is what everybody asked for back in 2018. What happened to ray tracing? What happened to the puddles? You got your puddles. See? I gotta say, I don't know why the eyes look like they look popped out to me. Like they look way popped out. And his lips like are really red pink. I don't know why. Hop over, bro. What are you doing? Oh. Come on. I just want to hop over and do my thing. Why does everyone what? Hold on. Yeah, like it's okay not to like it. I don't doubt that it's like it's not perfect, you know. It is what it is at this point. But like let's not hate on it just for no reason though. Like let's all have, you know, some decent understanding of why it happened. Let me hurry up and do this. Why did everyone hate Tom Holland? Tom Holland. I don't remember people hating Tom Holland. Unless you're talking about the new face actor, which is Ben Jordan. Yeah, Ben Jordan's been receiving a pretty unnecessary amount of like hate for it though. You know. Very unnecessary. Whoa. I wasn't paying attention. Spider-Man will likely have a skill tree, and a symbiote has a different skill tree, which is basically Web of Shadows. Are you gonna let me hack or what? Okay. Go, Miles, go. There you are. Hop down, get over. Oh! Alright. Yeah, I'm very curious how that combat will work. I just want to see the symbiote. I just want to see a very aggressive fight style. Like, I just want to see him start letting loose. That's what I really want to see. Yeah. James Stevenson. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's been getting. Let's just say he's been getting a lot of comments about the face, and he's given the explanations like over and over about why it was changed and such. But people just keep going back and forth with him, and I think the whole little hashtag bring John Bubniak back thing is unnecessary. They already said that they're not going to change it back, so at this point you just gotta get over it. Like, I'm not gonna say you gotta get over it, but you gotta tough through it. There's nothing you can do about it at this point. Whatever their reasons are for doing it, that's their reasons, regardless if they're true or not. You know, some things just happen behind the scenes that they're not going to say if it actually happened. And I've seen a lot of people going to go bring back old Twitter posts from people, like people saying, "Oh, John, he did all of the motion capture, and you know, Yuri didn't like really do anything." I'm pretty sure that Yuri Lowenthal did everything, the voice and the motion capture, and John Bubniak and Ben Jordan both just got their face scanned. That's all I'm pretty sure that they did. And probably did do a few motion capture things, but ultimately those things probably weren't used in the actual final product of the game. And if they were, I'm sure that they would make a bigger case about it. Contest of Champions suit.
Could be a used toy.
They have their own original suit for Spider-Man or something. I haven't seen it. I know that they have ones from the movies, and I think they have like some other ones, but from the comics. But I haven't seen like an original or anything.
Historian for Officer Jefferson Davis, the hero killed in the City Hall bombing, as reports emerged that he used his own body to shield others in his last moments of life.
This guy is a fucking asshole. That's hella insensitive.
You may have heard of his father, Jefferson Davis. Pretty great that even though he's got a lot of stuff going on right now.
That's like what 50. That's like what 75% of people are saying, bro. Like, you won't really see his face that much, you know. But people are more tied to it emotionally than I thought, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna deny the performance was really good. The face was really good, but whatever the reasons for of having to change it, so it had to be done. And yes, the remaster does not look as good as it does. Like, the remaster face does not look as good as the Miles Morales one does. But that's just because they worked, like, there's a lot more detail in Miles Morales. It looks better there. And I'm pretty confident that once the second game comes out, he'll look even better. You know, people were saying they should make him look a little older, like that he looks like a teenager, and I mean, I guess here, like in this view, yeah, sure, maybe he could look like a teenager. In the cutscenes, he looks, you know, obviously his age. He probably could get some longer hair. I was a fan of that long hair that the other face had. You know, maybe a little bit of a cut, you know, cut or something on his face. But at the end of the day, this dude has freaking pretty good healing, so I doubt he would have a whole bunch of scratches and shit on his face. Oh man, my bad. Gotta get some water.
Hey, Yuri, I'm heading to the Bowery to make sure Michaels gets to his new safe house. You know, safe.
I wouldn't do that. Silver Sable made it clear you are not welcome.
Alright, what is next? What are we doing?
Honestly, 50-50 chance.
Fine. I'll be in the neighborhood, but not too close. Just in case. This is the Bowery. Where's Dr. Michaels?
Peter rips the symbiote off Venom, making Harry die, and that would make Osborn go insane.
It's called GR27, not just be careful.
That'd be weird, though. The point of the Oz formula is to be a replica of the super soldier serum, but it drives you insane. Yeah, whatever. Like I said, whatever Insomniac's reason for it, I'm totally okay with it. Because at the end of the day, yes, you paid, I don't know, $60 or something so dollars to play the game, and now everything has changed. You know, some people it just affects them a little bit more than others do. For me, I like both. Doesn't matter. For others, they'll never like this face. But at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say you're probably still gonna play the game either way. But whenever we get, I'm sure in the coming years somebody will get to do a interview and something will slip out, because I'm confident either somebody signed some NDAs or something, because I'm sure John would have said something by now if he didn't sign an NDA or something. But I haven't heard anything from Ben Jordan, to be honest. Like, I haven't heard him comment on anything, so I don't really know what his thoughts are. I don't think he has Twitter. I think he just has Instagram or something. Oh yeah, that was something honestly that took people by surprise, because they said that they didn't, you know, they weren't going to do it at first, I think, right? And then what do you know? They end up doing it.
Force him to make more devil's breath.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hey, whatever.
Get out of here! Whoa! No. Hey, what's up, outlaw? Oh, no, 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 no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not, the camera view is kind of messing me up here. Now, you know you would fall off this freaking car right now by doing all that. Yep, just like that. Oh my gosh, Peter. Come on, bro. Get back up here. Or we can just do this. Blow you off, blow you off. Oh, got people back here. Insomniac, yeah. I read that already, but still. They are pretty good about listening to feedback. And it is honestly crazy that the amount of things we've gotten in the updates over the last 2 years is really crazy. Like, all these suits that they added, totally unnecessary. They could have just let the game be and just added a few, you know, updates for making the game more sustainable, I guess you could say. More updates for making the game perform better and stuff like that, with glitches and all that. But they did what they did, and they added this for us. Shoot, they didn't even have to do this remaster, to be honest with you. Dang, this looks real good right here. A negative gun? Bro. Whoa, did you just glitch out? Now I gotta rewatch that, hold on. If I did just glitch out. Nah, I'm not, I can't see it.
What's your status? Have you apprehended Lee?
Working on it. I'll take this. What are you doing to me? Giving you a new perspective.
When they showed the teaser, not teaser, I think it was a 7-minute or 8-minute gameplay back in 2018, 2017 or something. They honestly should have done that when they had the City Hall event go down. They honestly should have used this type of scene, except only made Peter tap into a negative side or something. That is what I thought they were gonna do, but this whole scene just, you know, didn't happen until later on. Where you at? It would have been interesting to see if they made Mr. Negative make Aunt May tap into the negative side too. Just to have that conflict there, like, you know, Peter has to figure out a way to also save his aunt that way from Mr. Negative's influence. Yeah, that also is a good point. Like, for the thing is, like, this whole thing, I guess you could say, takes place very, very, very slowly. Like, not slowly, it takes place very fast, since it's in a mindscape. But still, he probably could have just ended him at that point and just made him freaking, you know, whatever, disappear or something. I don't know. Oh, I gotta fight you too? Oh, no, not yet. Can I just... Thank you. Yep, go do my bidding for me, little robots. Can I fight you yet? Nope, not yet. You have a sword? What are you doing? Why do you have a sword? Okay. What suit am I wearing? I'm wearing the Amazing Spider-Man suit. Can I fight you now? Yes, we can fight you now. My God, where you at? Whoa, bro, I'm just trying to get you done real quick. Yeah, in a second I mean, I don't know, like I said, I showed what suits earlier that I like to use, and I mean, there's not a whole lot of them that I like to use, but so far, this is the most detailed one I've seen so far. Like, can you leave me alone? Thank you. I need one more, I think. Yep. Yeah, it would have looked cool. But then again, I like the concept of trying to get certain photos too from certain moments in the story is like really annoying. It would have been nice to see all those suits in there, you know, running through. But also, it feels like it would have been a free roam moment. Like that's, well, not a free roam, but you know, how when Peter's chasing the plane and he's, you know, they crash through the building or whatever and he does it. Probably would have been like that. But photo mode, trying to get to that moment again would have been annoying. Like that's why I like Miles Morales. How they have you can pick any chapter you want to go back to instead of just playing the whole story to get to a certain point. You can just do whatever you want now.
How worried should I be?
Armor, advanced suit, yeah, not my favorite either. Probably the color choices for it, but
You're a popular guy.
it makes me wonder why they couldn't add any other comic book suits. I know that they're holding out for the second game, but there's quite a lot that they could have chosen from. So I don't know. Hey, what's up, Murad? Let me say it again. My voice is very raspy. What's up, Murad? I hate playing these online Spider-Man games. Well, play. I don't even know. You know what you should play? You should play Mortal Kombat 11. And what's up, Zachary?
I'll go with her. I'll remember this.
MK11 seems pretty cool, to be honest, though. I haven't re-downloaded it yet, but I'm planning on it.
Got a lead on Martin Lee's location.
We have footage from a guy at a coffee shop. Looks like he hopped into a glass
Well,
can after the crash.
they have Peter's they had all of Peter's animations in there for the most part before they took it out. It was a little glitch you could do where if you hovered over a suit and you press circle and X at the same time and then press X again, you could play as Peter and Miles. But they took it out, so now you can't do it. But it kind of was, it makes you wonder, like, why did they have all of his animations there? Because realistically, I don't think that they would use Peter to build up Miles. Like, they revamped a lot of the stuff. Like, they have all these tricks in there that are just much more seamless. Why use, what did I say it again? Oh, to play with your friend? I mean, still, they would have to use the other Spider-Man's animations, but I don't know how that would work yet. I would want them to give us a revamped version of Peter first.
Why are you telling me all this? Aren't you just as culpable as Norman?
What is this next mission we're doing?
The project's risen for too long. I trust you, Spider-Man. You're the only one trying to do the right thing. Please, protect the city from our mistakes.
I guess we'll have to see how they handle any type of multiplayer later, though. Because, whatchamacallit, what game? It's called...
Doc left word.
Gotham Knights, I believe, right? Yeah. They're going to have a co-op mode. And that'll be an interesting way to see how they handle it, because with them doing that, it's possible, you know, that the sequel or maybe the third game for this series could include that and have a live server, not live service, but have a multiplayer online co-op that you could do during story mode and stuff. Not to mention, I mean, it would just be interesting to see people swinging like randomly throughout the city too. But we'll have to see. Armor advanced suit looks like, oh, I can't even change. Okay, I kind of don't want to do this right now, so I think I'm going to get ready to end the stream. I'll do this later. This is one of those parts that I just don't want to do. They should add black Sam Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. Well, any symbiote suits they're saving for the sequel, that's for sure. The question is, will all the symbiote suits be reactive? I don't like the symbiote suits just being there and not having any kind of flair. I feel like they should be reactive. Amazing Spider-Man 2, they'll probably add it in the second game. I don't know what the reason is for it not being here, but probably the same reason that they had trouble getting the Raimi suit, to be honest with you. Honestly, hold on. Can I just abandon this and just go back to playing? Yep. I'm going to do that later because I just don't feel like doing it right now. That one in particular, because I have to disarm a freaking bomb, not to mention I have to go around and signal Pete to take down people. That's just way too much for me right now. I actually have to focus on those. Too much to do. But yeah, let's take a look at the suits before we go. So, armored advanced suit. Let's take a look at this. This right here, this is okay. It's not too bad. In comparison to this though, like, I feel like this could have been cool too if the colors weren't this. It looks weird. I get the concept, but the colors just feel weird to me. This one, cool concept, but not something I feel like I would wear that often. This one, oops, stealth suit. I'll tell you this. So the secret suit, the ESU suit with the mask, it never unlocked for me. Yeah, I did all the trophy things. I already got all the trophies for taking all the photos, but it never gave it to me. Probably, but it's, yeah. If I was using my Elgato, I could show you, but I already got that trophy, so I don't know how I'm gonna get it because I'm not doing all those secret photos again. But it's all good. Anyways, this is pretty cool. This one I was surprised they inputted into the game at all. This one is just a joke, but it is what it is. Of course, the Raimi is the goated suit. This would have been cool if they found a way to implement a suit power that is infinite, that gives you the animation on twos. Oh yeah, that is a lot better. I hated doing that in the DLCs, especially, to be honest. Cosmic Spider costume with suit power. So here's what I'm thinking. with the difference with Miles Morales and how those suits work, with the programmable matter suit and the Spider Cat suit, where they have special takedowns. if they follow that same suit with the sequel, I think that they can make a Cosmic Spider-Man that actually uses cosmic abilities for 2 takedowns. So follow the same thing that Miles does, where they have 2 ultimate takedowns, one on the ground that's different and one on the air that's different. So they could have done it with Miles. I don't know why they just didn't do it with that. It would have been cool to see, but yeah, that's a concept I think that they could do. Moving on, this Cyborg Spider-Man suit, it's cool, but I don't know. I feel like I can't find a reason to wear it, honestly. Same for this one. Cool concept, but I just can't find a reason for wanting to wear it. I like the manga versus Spider-Man. I like the comic, but it's very interesting and weird to see this style. To be honest. Meme Spider-Man suit. You talking about this? Yeah, this one's weird and kind of unnecessary, but it's funny, I guess. The original Iron Spider armor is definitely a top pick. I don't know. I feel like he could be, but it would feel so stale to play as Peter though in Miles Morales. And it's just, he doesn't have anything super duper like unique anymore about, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, but it feels like he doesn't have that same flair he used to have, right? It feels like Miles completely took that spot because of all the difference and diverse stuff he can do. Peter, on the other hand, it just feels plain. Like I can't even swing around and feel like good about it. Spider-Man and Avengers, probably in March of next year. March or April. And that honestly depends on the schedule of these other DLC characters. Hawkeye was supposed to come out this year. It's coming out next year, probably in January. Black Panther, probably in February. Spider-Man has to be between March and April, though. Classic suit. What do you mean? What, the scratches and stuff? I mean, Peter, he doesn't need it. He's got stealth suits. This one right here is stealth. It's literally called stealth. This one can turn invisible too. So for it not to have that ability is kind of weird. It has a distortion field, but he technically can turn invisible. This one is pretty cool. I liked it from the comics. Ghost Spider, kind of meh. This one, cool. I think I said earlier when I first had the stream up though that this is my favorite. I like this one a lot. Probably the one I wore the most before the TASM one came in. Spider UK I only like because they have the little gadget there from the comic book. This one is okay. This one is okay. We already said that. This is, I don't even know why. The Last Stand, it's interesting. I use suit power. No one saw me when I make takedown. Still though, like being able to go invisible on cue. Hold on, let me see. Isn't that the stealth suit in Amazing Spider-Man 2 game? I remember seeing it. Yeah, it's called Big Time. It's from the comic book where, what is it called? Spider Island, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Spider Island, and there was some weird shit going on in there. And I think he made this suit. I think he made that suit there. But it has 2 different versions. So it's got a sound frequency version or something, which is orange. So instead of the green, it would be orange. And then this stealth version to it. I was surprised they didn't have alternate flip form, but it is what it is. I'm not a fan of this one right here. I didn't read the comic book, but I wasn't a fan of this new design. I'll always like the classic design, but a lot of people did point out he's missing the little wings on, I mean, not the wings, the little webs on the back. Like that would have completed his, his kit. What is my favorite Spider-Man movie? That's a hard question. It definitely would have to probably be TASM 1. I really am a fan of the Raimi series, except for Spider-Man 3. I like Spider-Man 3 more now that I'm grown up and have watched it without expecting so much from it. I like it more, but I like TASM 1 because it just feels a little darker. And even though like it tries to focus a little bit more on his parents, I like that it just had a little bit more, it was grounded, in my opinion. Favorite suit powers? I'll tell you right now, I only use this one. This is the only suit power I ever use. Mostly because I just, I like continuing my combos and just keep the streak going, and I just plow right through people. But if I had to say other ones that I liked, I would choose this one just for the aesthetic. And then what other one? I used to use this one a lot. So where is it? Where's this one. I would use this one a lot. It was kind of cool, but then I grew tired of it, to be honest. Amazing Spider-Man 2020 model. What? Sin Eater defeat Morlun. Oh, that must be from something. Yeah, that's probably from that new Spider-Man run. I haven't read anything from that. My reasons for not reading it right now is just because there's just so much going on. I don't have time to read it all. Last time I read like specific Spider-Man comic was Spider-Man 800, Go Down Swinging, with Red Goblin, and that whole thing going down where Norman thinks he's freaking Cletus Cassidy, and then it goes absolute carnage and all that stuff. It was alright. Yeah, Tom Holland Spider-Man is definitely interesting. I don't think it's so far it's one of the coolest adaptations, I could say. Best adaptation, I don't think there's a such thing though. I want to see Spider-Gwen, Miles, Madam Web, Spider-Girl, all those characters, but I want to see them in like Spider-Verse, the second one. They were supposed to be making some Madam Web movie too. I mean, the sequel to Spider-Man PS4 will not be available for like at least a year and a half to 2.5 years. So Avengers is gonna cost like what, $25 soon at some point. So I mean, wait for it to go on sale and then just wait for free content. That's pretty much all you gotta do. Anyways, this suit, the end of the earth, the end of the earth suit, by far probably one of my favorites. I don't use it that often, but I like that they added it here. That arc was pretty funny and pretty sad at the same time, because Rhino drowned, apparently he drowned Silver Sable, and I guess killed himself in the process, and it just led to a string of events that became very dark. My favorite Spider-Man suit? Let's see here. In this game, my favorite Spider-Man suit is now the TASM suit. Before, it was this. And then before the DLCs came out, I mostly swung around in... What did I swing around in? Honestly, I think I was swinging around mostly in this, or just one of these two. mean, Avengers is in the same spot Battlefront was in, just without the microtransaction bullshit and the loot boxes. To be honest, that pretty much is the only thing really setting them that far apart. But to finish this list off, this fact that this suit is in here, the concept of it would have been interesting to see it in game, but for whatever reasons they chose not to use it. It is what it is. Everything else though is okay. It's not the best, or it's not the worst, but you know, it is what it is. This one right here though, the vintage, I think that was cool to add. But again, the animation on 2s, like for a suit power, not one that just you have to activate, but it would have been cool. So if they add any suits like this in the future, or add any more Spider-Verse suits, definitely got to add that freaking suit mod. Fortnite, bro. Fortnite is good. What do you mean? Fortnite, honestly, this little Marvel season is the only reason I came back. I stopped playing like after season 10 in the first season of Fortnite or whatever. That's when I stopped playing. Avengers sold less than Anthem. I mean, if it did, I mean, I've never played Anthem, so I can't really compare. I don't really know what to say, but if it did, that I guess is sucky, but it is. I just think Avengers, if they would have pushed the game back again, it would have put them in an awkward spot with people. I don't think they had that choice. I think they wanted to push it out because if they kept pushing it back again, people would stop being more and more interested in it. You found me on Twitter. I'm sending you hi is what? Let me check my Twitter. Hold on. Let me check my thing real quick. Oh yeah, I got you, bro. I just replied to you. I'm honestly mad that we didn't get a Spider-Man skin. I mean, it's possible we still could at some point. That's not the end of their little Marvel collabs. I was very surprised to hear that the Galactus event, or yeah, the whole Galactus thing has been a freaking plan for like a year or something already. That already to me is like a wow factor. Roblox, man, I haven't played Roblox since I was like 8. That's honestly crazy. Anyway, oh, you said Sony probably won't let us. I mean, it's not really. Sony would do it. I mean, I'm sure Fortnite or Epic Games, they could afford to get Spider-Man in their game. I'm pretty confident. Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Man. See, if I changed to a different game, it would end the stream. That's what I don't want it to end though.
I promise you that
What time is it? It's like 11.
success will
11:08.
whatever it takes.
Powerful and
If the sequel
forces.
launches next year,
The sound of that.
I would actually be devastatingly surprised. Because that would mean that they just got a lot done without us knowing. And we know that this isn't the main team. The main team wasn't working on Miles Morales, so you know Brian Horton. I mean, not Brian Horton. What's his name? Brian Intihar, and them weren't working on Miles Morales, so it could be possible. But for as long as this game was right here, I'm confident that it'll be a little bit longer. So I feel like it probably won't be out until 2022. But if they do the announcement the same way they did Miles Morales, I would appreciate that a lot better. Because I honestly don't want to get an announcement and then wait a half a year or a whole year just for the game. Well, it's 2 a.m. for me, or for you. Dang, bro, appreciate it. But at some point, you're gonna have to get some sleep. Why is Super Smash don't put Spider-Man? Man, I asked the same question, but I ask it for why they don't put Goku in there from whatchamacallit, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Ray-Bans is my name on there too. It's kind of my personal Twitter / YouTube Twitter, so that's why I have my nickname from people who know me in real life, and then my YouTube name in there so people can know me there too. Yes, I'm gonna play that game. I'm not super hyped about it, but I'll play it. I'm gonna probably spend a lot of time playing that Batman game though, that's for sure. Not Batman game, Gotham Knights game, since Batman's quote unquote dead. The sequel's in the works right now, as in like they've already, I mean they have the city pretty much fully fleshed out. Like they know what they want to do, you know. I'm sure there's going to be minor adjustments to it though. But as far as the story and everything, I'm sure they have their story planned out already, but development of the game, I'd be very surprised if they already got a lot done. Like, scripting. Yeah, that's definitely possible during the pandemic, so makes sense. They wanted to get it on the board, that's probably why. But at the same time, like, they had to have known that Gotham Knights probably would overshadow that game. Like, let's be honest. I'm more interested in Gotham Knights than I am Suicide Squad. And I know Suicide Squad is apparently, what, a free roam game too? But we'll see how it is when it comes out. I want to play a game with you sometime, but I'm not open. Yeah, not open in December. Secret Trick and well, it's not. I don't think the Suicide Squad is like a live service though. Like I think it's just gonna be somewhat like a, let's say like GTA without everything in GTA. It's just you play as those 4 characters and you can swap at any time around the map, and then you just do shit around the city. I don't know. Well, we don't even have that much information on it to really judge it, but do I know the secret trick? If you're talking about this, yeah, I know about this, but it's kind of stupid the way that you have to do it. But like the way, like it just doesn't flow. Again, a lot of the tricks in here just don't flow that good anymore to me. It just feels weird to do this. Oh, see, it messed up. But Yeah, I think that's the trick you're talking about. Let's see. The only other online games I have are, well, the ones I have installed at least, are Modern Warfare, Ghost of Tsushima, Fortnite, and what else do I have? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I have. For which game? For the Suicide Squad game? Or are you talking about for Gotham Knights? Sonic the Hedgehog? I haven't played a Sonic game in years, bro. I don't even remember what the last Sonic game was that I liked. I think the last actual game I played that was related to Sonic was Shadow the Hedgehog back on like GameCube and stuff. Back then, I enjoyed Sonic games. They felt a little bit better back then. Oh yeah, by the way, so I was trying to do something in photo mode for Miles Morales, right? And it took me forever. I was trying to figure it out because it's right here, right? I knew it was right here this whole time, but the Chrysler building is gone in Miles Morales, and I was very confused. Like, why did it disappear? If anybody knows why, I don't know why it just disappeared.
Yuri, I've been meaning to ask, how does Sable's team feel about our special relationship?
We'll see. I think it'll just be fun to play with people. Like, it's just one of those games where it's just gonna be fun to play as any of the 4 characters with anybody you want.
It's easier to cut off communication.
Help with that. The city needs us working together now more than ever. Screw Sable. It's business as usual.
That's why you're the best, Yuri. Nothing shakes you.
Damn right.
PlayStation 6, man. PlayStation 6 and watch, it's gonna be like 2030, not even 2030, it's gonna be like 2050, bro. Watch, PlayStation 6. I'm confident that this PlayStation 5 is gonna hold up for a pretty long time, a little longer than PlayStation 4. Let me see, hopefully the stream doesn't end if I do this. Hold on. Video paused, okay. Oh, I have Dead by Daylight too. And obviously I have Avengers installed, but nothing I can do there. Yeah, I have some other online games, but I'd have to re-download them. And, you know, Modern Warfare takes up an unnecessarily big amount of freaking space. Like, it's absolutely unnecessary how much space this freaking game takes. It's like almost a 200 gigabyte game if it's not already.
Muggers never take a day off. Rise!
Where's this last dude? Oh. Need to get a game drive so I can download more games. Let's see, games. External hard drive, yeah. I would say I don't know. I have to wait and see, really. I wanted to get one for the longest time. But then I was like, well, PS5 is coming out. It should have at least 1,000 gigabytes of space, right? Psych. It's only got like 600 gigs. So whenever they release one that's compatible for the PS5, I'll probably get one then. But yeah, these games, some of these games take a lot of unnecessary space. But like the PS5, I guess some of the stuff I guess gets compressed in certain games. Because for example, the remaster is a gigabyte or two smaller than the actual PS4 version of this game. Miles Morales is 2 gigabytes smaller on PS5 than it is on PS4. As with some other games, like they definitely compress the game a little bit better, but still, 2 gigabyte difference is not huge. Like I need my games to be, you know, a lot less. But I'm gonna get ready to end the stream, guys. It's been fun talking to everybody for the last 2 hours and almost 30 minutes. Definitely might look forward to some more streams. I know when Cyberpunk comes out, I'm probably gonna stream that a lot, but again, that's gonna be some kind of rated M content, so I'm gonna have to see. Hold on. There's some game, don't tell you choose web shooter, then choose trip mine, then wait. Something, don't tell you choose web shooter, then choose trip mine, then stop holding L1, just swing and press what? Press L1 2 times. Choose web shooter, and then choose trip mine. Okay, hold on a second. Choose web shooter, trip mine, swinging. Come on. What? Hold on.
Find that black sedan.
Swipe. Let me try it again. Okay. Web shooter, trip mine, stop holding L1. What? See, I have my settings changed, so when you say L1, I have to remember that it's R1 for me, because I changed it to match the Miles Morales stuff. I'll have to check it out, because maybe I'm not doing it right on here, but yeah, I'll look at it and see if it's something I can find on like Reddit or something to watch. Otherwise, I'll keep trying it. But definitely, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Probably just finish off the story mode for this game, because I honestly really can't play it on my own. Like, I haven't been able. Wait, what? See, it turned trip mine to web shooter. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so when you double tap, hold on, let me see, what is it there? I think that's something you can do to, yeah, oh, it automatically changes it. I see what you mean. Yeah, gotcha. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Peace.